All right, we're about to distill nearly 100 years of success wisdom into just a few minutes. We're diving into Napoleon Hill's absolute legend of a book, Think and Grow Rich, to pull out the core ideas that have, no joke, made millionaires. Let's get right into it.
And we are starting with this quote because, honestly, it's the whole book in a nutshell. It's not about wishing on a star. It's about having a system. This one idea is what separates the daydreamers from the doers, and it's the foundation for everything else we're about to cover.
So, you might be asking yourself, why are we talking about a book written during the Great Depression? That's a fair question. It's because this isn't just one guy's opinion. It's a formula, basically reverse engineered from the minds of the most successful people of his time. Let's look at how he pulled it off.
I mean, think about it. 1937. And yet, its principles are just as powerful today as they were back then. It stood the test of time for a really simple reason. The fundamental rules of success, they don't really have an expiration date.
Now here's what makes this book so legit. Hill didn't just sit in a library and dream this up. No way. He spent 20 years, 2 decades, actually interviewing and studying the biggest titans of industry. We're talking about people like Andrew Carnegie, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, the heavy hitters. He was on a mission to find their secret sauce. What did they all have in common?
So, after all that digging, what was the biggest secret he found? The one idea that connected all of them? Well, it all boils down to this single, powerful concept. It's the foundation that everything else is built on.
And here it is, thoughts are things. I know, it sounds a little out there, but just think about it. Every single tangible thing that exists, the phone you're holding, the building you're in, it all had to start as just an idea in someone's head. Your mind is literally a factory, and what you produce in that factory eventually becomes your reality.
This image just nails the point, right? The world you experience on the outside is just a reflection of your most dominant thoughts on the inside. So if you want to change your life, you don't start by trying to change your circumstances. You start by changing your mind. But okay, how do you actually do that?
Okay, so if our thoughts create our reality, how do we take one specific thought, like, I want to be successful, and turn it into something real, something tangible? Well, Hill gives us a very specific engine to power that transformation.
And he could not be more clear about this. A casual hope or a simple wish just isn't going to cut it. You need what he calls a burning desire. It's got to be a consuming obsession, the kind of thing that's the first thing you think about when you wake up and the last thing on your mind before you fall asleep.
And he doesn't just leave you hanging. He gives you this super practical 6-step formula to make that desire concrete. Each step has a purpose. First, get specific. Pick an exact amount of money. No more, I want to be rich. Then, decide exactly what you'll do to earn it. There's no such thing as something for nothing. Third, set a definite date. This creates urgency. Fourth, create a real plan, and this is key, start immediately. Then, you write it all down. Get it out of your head and onto paper. And finally, you read it out loud twice a day, every day, and try to feel what it's like to already have it. You're literally programming your brain.
So if that definite plan is the engine, Hill gives us 2 powerful ways to basically add a turbocharger to it. Think of these as mental force multipliers.
The first one is called auto-suggestion. This is the science behind that 6th step. When you repeatedly read your statement with genuine emotion, you're sending a direct message to your subconscious mind. And if you do that enough, your subconscious just starts to accept it as reality and works around the clock to make it happen.
The second technique is the mastermind. Hill was absolutely certain that no one achieves massive success all by themselves. A mastermind is just a group of people you team up with who all support each other. He said that when you get minds working together in harmony, it's like a third invisible superbrain is created that's smarter than any one person in the group.
And this quote just says it all. Your mind needs other minds to grow, to get new ideas, to be challenged. It's simple, really. Who you surround yourself with has a direct impact on how far you'll go.
So, how do all these pieces, the desire, the planning, the auto-suggestion, the teamwork, how do they all fit together? Well, they form a complete system for building an entirely new way of thinking.
And this right here is the main takeaway. You can't just pick and choose your favorite principle. They're all connected. Desire is useless without a plan. A plan is weak if you don't really believe it'll work. And everything gets a massive boost from your mastermind group. Put them all together, and you build what Hill called a success consciousness.
Let's be crystal clear on one thing. The title is Think and Grow Rich, not Wish and Grow Rich. The thinking part is absolutely essential.
It's the blueprint. But a blueprint is useless if you don't actually start building. You have to follow that thinking with immediate and persistent action. You make the plan and you start at once.
So it all comes down to this one question. If the entire philosophy of this incredible book is true, that you are the architect of your own life and your thoughts are the building blocks, well, you've got the blueprint now. The only question left is, what reality are you going to start building today?